What's going on, everyone? This is Gus from GusDigitalSolutions. So, yeah, I used to work at X Twitter, and in this video, I'm gonna dive into Super Grok. So I'm really excited because I probably spent the most time in the world. I don't know, like, how do I say it? Like, there's a lot of people that spend time on Grok, but I spent thousands and thousands of hours on Grok. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my secrets. You know what I mean? I used to work at X Twitter, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys on Grok. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video here. Alright, so yeah, this is Super Grok. So there's different pricing for Grok right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pricing here. And I'm going to go ahead and link in the video description here. So I'm going to go over everything. So we got X.com, Twitter. So there's some things. I'm going to go over the X ads as well as, Grok. X, I'm going to just touch base on it. So, you get about $8 a month. You get the blue verified check mark. You want to make sure your bio is on point, like your bio says a little bit about yourself, what you guys do. You want to make sure you have your link here to your, business. Now, like and subscribe if you'd like. I really appreciate that. It's Gus Digital Solutions on YouTube. So yeah, we got Grok here. It looks like the Grok is about $30 a month for Super Grok, and then you got Super Grok Heavy, which is $300 a month. Now, I was using Super Grok Heavy. That was really amazing. I don't know which one I have right now, so we're gonna go in and I'm gonna give you all the secrets about Grok and just how to help people and things like that. So it's kind of like ChatGPT in a way. So you got different modes here. You got fast, short, and heavy. I guess I'll do another video when I get the heavy one, get the extra funds. So if we go right here, let's just do the auto here. So I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna say, what is new in AI news today? So what I do is you could use Grok in your X ads that I'm going to show you. So Grok is really good with X ads. It's the best. I mean, I think it's the only tool with AI like that, like kind of like a ChatGPT style. And then what you're able to do is, so, this is how it looks and what you're able to do. So let's say I want to take my business here, right? And I just want to go in here and I'm going to say, can you analyze my YouTube and, what kind of ads do you recommend I run? I'm just going to give it actually, we should do it with X. So I'm going to say, this is my X. So it's also good for YouTube and stuff. There's one of this. It's already getting things about it, right? That's pretty cool. So that's about my YouTube. So let's go ahead and talk about X. How can you use Grok with X and the different things? I got over thousands of hours in Grok, so I just want to make sure to show you guys about this. It's been a little while since I used Grok, just because I wanted to get into all different AI tools and things like that, but I love Grok, definitely. Want to meet you on someday, hopefully get a workout in or something, that'd be awesome. So let's see, so I did in my X profile, that's what I want to go in there and make ads. So if you want to do ads, what you could do is you go in here and put ads here, and you can run ads for your business. Now, you do get, there's a golden check mark here, which just looks a lot more legit. If I remember correctly, don't 100% quote me on this, but I think you could spend, I think you spend $200 and you get it back in ad credit. It depends on what it is now. I'm not going to claim that right now just because I just don't have the money right now, but probably I'll go back. So I'm going to go and probably run some ads here. So if I go and do the free campaign, you got the reach here, you got the video views, after install, sales. If you want to drive sales in your business, the reach would be just maximizing your potential. I don't want to go back in here and just show you more about Grok and what you could do in your business. So yeah, you could give it your business, your X profile. It's going to go in there and tell you what you should do. It says recommended YouTube ads to run, prioritize for your goals. It tells you what is trending, which is good. It got way better. It's just so cool. Everything got way better, different AI, but this one got, it's so amazing what you can do with this. And so now it says you can run it for 7 days. So typically the ads when you run it, you want to keep it there for about a week or two. And then I'm going to show you probably a different video. I'm going to show you can use Grok to go in there and, so for example, let me see if it helps me, if it lets me do this. So if I do this month, you could change it to this year. All right, so wow, I spent 13 bucks. So I love X ads just because it's the cheapest per impression you spend and things like that. It's just so cheap. For 13 bucks, I got 13,000 eyeballs. That's what impressions are. And we got 8,388 people watching my video. That's insane because I barely put any money in it. I didn't have that much money, so that's pretty cool. Now, so what you could do is you put in your X handle here or your business, and you're just like, hey, could you make a strategy for me? Now, there is no minimum that you need. You could do like $1. Like, what are you gonna get for $1? You know what I mean? Like, I would say do like $5 or $10 for about a week or two. That's what's gonna help out your business, or it's gonna get like eyeballs on your business, things like that. Now you got the reach campaign, so that's if you want to grow your X. I think they have I'm not sure, you got to ask the experts over at X. I think they have like a promotion typically, at least when I was working, about reach. So reach is to just grow your channel, it's to maximize the amount of people that could view your ad. If you want to look at people at videos, pre-rolls is the ones that believe that are before the video. Then you got your app installs if you want to get people to install your app. So like I said before, X is really good because it's the cheapest out of all of them. It's a hidden gem that people are not aware of, or like they are aware of it, but like people either run like Google or something like that, and then like this is a hidden gem. It's just really good. So like what you want to do is if you want to run X ads, so if it's the reach campaign, you're good there. You could just go ahead and run it. For the other ones, you want to go in there and track it. So for example, let's say you want to do like website traffic or something like that. You would want to go to like tools, events. Now in events, there's something called the X pixel here. And this is kind of how it looks. It's just a bunch of code that you put on your website in order to just track the event. So like someone goes to your website. So I'm just going to go ahead and see if I could, put you guys on here. So there is you download the code, you put it on your website. You could access ChatGPT or something to help you with this. I'm going to go in probably in another video and show you guys a little bit more about how to do that. Now, let's go back to creating the campaign. So like, let's say I want to do a reach campaign just to reach as many people as possible. Just going to hit next here, and then it's going to say the name of the campaign. So I'm just put like my first reach campaign. And then, you want to put the funding source, campaign budget optimization. This is if you have a bunch of different campaigns running. Campaigns is like, you can think about it like hierarchy. So campaigns is the name of like the ads, the group that you're running, kind of like that, like a bunch of like ads campaign, the name of the entire group of ads, kind of. That's kind of how I think about it. So that's what this would be if you wanted to. Let's say you have a bucket of ads in A, bucket of ads in B, and a bucket of ads in C. Those are different campaigns, and then what campaign budget optimization would do, it would optimize the best routes for each bucket. That's kind of how I have to explain it. Now the campaign spend cap, that's just giving a cap to the limit on the campaign budget optimization, I believe. And then always remember to hit save draft. That's very important because you don't want to get stuck. And then you hit next. Now on the top right here is going to have your audience estimate. Now what you want to do is you want to just put like your ad name here. So I'm just going to put my first reach campaign. Now for this one, like I said before, I typically say to run it for about a week or two. Results do vary, so I'm just gonna say, typically you want to run like $50 a day. It really depends on your business. I would say ask for luck. So what you could do is you could say like, hey, I am running a reach campaign for my business. This one right here. I want to share awareness, AI, and different tools. And then, what you want to do is give it your budget. So I'm gonna say my budget is $100.
So instinctive and so passionate.
What
Every word I move so descriptive like an
So
adjective. I got a vendetta
there's no
against
minimum, like
people
I
who
said. I
patent it. Being
typically
negative when
say
you should be
go with
getting
what
after
you
it.
can, gather data,
I
go
got
back to
facts over
Grok.
facts over
It's like
tracks.
what you
This
could
and
do in
that, speaking
Grok is
slow,
you literally
speaking
just
fast.
take
I
a
could roast, I can
screenshot
gas. Think I'm
of
okay at last,
what
but I
is
don't know
in
if that
here.
can erase all the
Say
past
like,
and the pettiness. A reflection of the
what do you
emptiness,
recommend for
hilarious. You
this?
think you're worth my time, you're
What
delirious, mysterious
is
because
the
you are behind a
followers
fake exterior, inferior.
lookalikes,
You know I'll always be a bit
different
superior. Get off of me,
tags,
this ain't no
etc.
humble
Can you
brag. I
help
want
me
you to
with
hear
the
words, you can say
campaign?
them back. I want you to
Alright,
feel
so
free
that's
from the
gonna go in
chains that last
here.
into believing what
And
you
now I
got. It was
recommend, I
built
kind
to
of messed up
last,
because I
yeah.
did a chat. I recommend having a project because the project remembers it better. That's something that I remember doing, was that I really learned that projects are a game changer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into probably the project after this and just show you guys how that is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy everything here and just go over the projects here. So under project, wow, this is so cool. So many different things we have. So let me just put like new project here. Now you have the instructions here. Like what are the instructions that you want to do? Like, so I always recommend just going here and then I'm gonna say I am building a project with what do I put as the instructions? Okay, so we're gonna go in here and we're gonna go ahead and build the project here, and it tells you everything. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, like you really don't have to do much. Look at that. It's just, and wow, Grok is impressive. Just the speed and everything is really got advanced from when I used it. So this is funny. So yeah, basically you just copy this. You go to the projects here, you're like new project, and you're just like, you copy that there, and then you're gonna put my X ads. All right, and then just hit next here, and then you just hit, oh, this one you can put files. So if there's some type of files or something that you wanted to look at, you want to go ahead and add that. That's gonna help out anything that you're doing, whatever business or anything that you're doing. You want to add it here, whether it's a PDF or something like that, whether you're doing your resume. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put like add things later. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna go back into the chat, just because like the chat, it doesn't really remember it as much. So anytime you do chat, whether if it's with ChatGPT or whatever, you want to make sure that you go in there, do a project. So this is just my experience from like thousands and thousands of hours of messing with AI, and especially Grok. And I like I said before, I used to work at X Twitter. Please like and subscribe if you don't mind. I'm trying to grow my channel about AI awareness and things like that, just to like help out everyone. I don't want anyone getting left behind, so that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, you want to hit like notify me when you're done. Hit allow. Great. And then that way it's gonna go ahead and tell me when it's done. Now it's so quick, it's like really crazy. Okay, great. So now it's saying like, hey, I got $100 for the reach campaign. So let's go back. So you basically just go back and forth here. I'm gonna X out of this. So right now, let's say you got $100. So my total spend is $100. I'm just gonna say $10 a day. On top right is the audience here. Now let's go in here. Now if we do, I want to go over everything. So this is going to tell you like when it starts. You got to be careful with this. So like right now it's 11:15 Eastern time. So this one you want to put it in the future. I usually suggest like, depending on how much time you have, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to go ahead and put like, I don't know, 12 p.m. or something like that. I'm trying to make it 12 p.m. So let's do right now. Yeah, let's do 11:30. Okay, that's why. Okay, because I think it's only a half hour. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we got the ad here, you got the audience estimate here, and then now what's the goal? I always recommend sticking with the defaults when you're starting. Auto bid, sticking with the defaults unless you're advanced. And then you have, I recommend leaving those as is. And you also have the brand safety controls. So this one's pretty cool. What you could do is you could upload different kind of exclusions. So I'm going to give you examples of this. And what you want to do is just go to Grok or ChatGPT. I recommend Grok, you know what I mean? You get a free version you can use like a free trial. I'm going to go ahead and include it in the bio here to help you guys out. And then, so what you want to do is you can say like, hey, can you help me fill this out? That's literally, we just go back and forth with it, you know what I mean? Let's see what's going on here. So we got your Super Grok upgrade. We got $100 for the campaign. We got follower lookalikes. So follower lookalikes is gonna be. I didn't want to do this one, the handle of exclusions. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So let me do that again. Say I want this. Go. Now something with the image. Not exactly sure. I want account handle exclusions. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that here. So for some reason, okay, there we go. All right, so it just went ahead and did that. I think. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I'll try to figure it out here. It's a project, and then okay, that's cool. You could hit refine Grok instructions further, and it's gonna keep going. So I'm gonna say, can you give me some of these? There we go. There we go. That's what I want. I don't know why I got stuck. It was something I was doing wrong. Something you want to hit think harder. If you want to think harder takes more time. Just keep that in mind. If you are on the heavy version, you can have like 4 different Groks all in one. It's so cool. I can't wait to try it out. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to the extra version. So some of the things that you could do is you could just literally, if you really want to refine your answer, just go in here. I do it sometimes. I'm like, okay, can you dig deeper? And then, you know, it's gonna go in there and it's gonna say, all right, let me go ahead and double check things and see where it's at. And then now, oh, go ahead and check out my new video. I tell my real life story here, like the give love if you'd like, you know what I mean? This is my full-time job now. So let's go ahead with the account exclusions, because I wanted to show you guys that. So what you could do is, all right, there we go. So we got like crypto, Bitcoin, meme coins, politics, like different things like that. So what you could do here, you could literally just bulk upload it, or you could just type it like, you know, which ones do I not want to show up under? So like, I don't want to show up on crypto, so we're going to exclude that, as well as keywords. I think this one was like for crypto, you know, if I don't want to get seen around crypto, I'm just going to hit save. And then now, you know, depending on the business. So like for me, if it's my X account, just trying to grow it, you know, for me, I don't really care about the gender. It depends on like the business or what you're doing. Because some things, let's say like you're doing something that's gender specific, what you could do is put like women, and then it's going to go ahead and update here. You put men, and it's going to go ahead and update here. I'm just going to put any. Now for age range for me, I mean, it really doesn't matter like as far as like who follows me. I just want to grow mine. So like, you know, I typically recommend just doing like 18 up, depending on the vertical, things like that, and then just does update there. And then, you know, the language, English, what is it? I typically leave these as is, depending though, you know, and this is really just depending on what you're doing with your business. You know, some of the things you could do is what operating system. So like, let's say you have an iPhone app and you only want it on iOS, you know, that's gonna go ahead and update this. It's very important. And then, you know, if you want to exclude any custom audiences, you know, or so I don't click that. So like, it depends on like if you had a campaign or something before, you could like create a custom audience. That's what that is. It's pretty cool. And then let's go into Grok, and then let's go ahead and get some keywords here. So help me get some keywords for my campaign. Alright, so we're just gonna let that sit in there and see what it comes up with. So we got keywords, just like what words do you want people to find you, bulk upload. If you want to do like, you can just copy and paste everything. So for example, whenever this goes here, oh, I think I did like the thinking mode, I'm pretty sure. So that's probably why it's taking a little bit longer. This is cool. We got 420 beta. Alright, so we got these here. You can just copy and paste them over. Now, this is cool. Be careful with this. It has quotations. You don't want that. You just want like the regular keywords, or if you want to exclude, I think it's up to, I forget, it was like 500 last time or something, like a couple hundred that you put in there. And then followers look alike. So let's say I want to, you know, for all these, just ask Grok for it. You know what I mean? There's no point in like not. You know what I mean? So like, just say I usually just take a screenshot of this. So I'm like, all right, let me take a screenshot of this, and then I say, hey, can you throw this up? And then go in there, and then that way I have the picture. I'm gonna go back to fast mode just so like go a little bit quicker here. And yeah, we got it. You know, if you wanna, so X has a great amount of people on like TV shows, movies, things like that. So if there's a specific thing that you're targeting, go in there and put it in. You could also retarget people that engage or saw your previous post, which is cool. And you know, try to convert the people. So that's what it does. So let's see here. Now, let's say you don't want to deal with, I mean, this one, as far as I know, what I saw about it, so like, let's say I want to do a keyword that, so let's say the keyword would be like, so my business is for tech tips, so I'll probably put like tech tips. So this one says that the size is not available, so what you want to do is find, add as many as you can. So you got like tech here. Let's see if Brock could load here. I think it gave me some up here. Okay, it gave me some actually. Gave me like solo entrepreneur. Yeah, here's keywords. So I'm just gonna go in here, copy all of the words here. Now, like I said before, you do the bulk upload. Really easy. Bam, done. Now let me go back to the follow lookalike. So follow lookalike is similar people that, like, let's say that follow someone else. If you want your ad to target them, you know, these are the examples. Because I do like Perplexity, it's an automated browser. You could see it in one of my videos here. I think it was, that's a couple of videos. Oh yeah, we did this one, and then we also did this one. I believe I showed you how to do four perplexities in one. I wonder if Grok has that, something like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add the follower lookalikes here. So let's say my ad would run, and then it would target anyone that's following these people here. And I'm just gonna scroll down. So if you, this is something kind of new that they added, I guess. So now you have this here. If you, this is how I learned about it, as far as I know, it would be if you just don't want to deal with, you know, like the specifics of things. You could technically just have that on and just have it, like I said, there was like a learning period. You take like a week or two, and then the next part's the ad here. So let's go into the ad. So I'm just gonna go in here and see what I could do as far as if I have any media or something. See what we could use. So we could do this one here. Oh no, that would be if I want to do a photo or media. Okay, so it needs to be a specific one. It needs to be JPEG, PNG, or MP4. Just gonna go ahead and see if I could add this here. Okay, great, great. It's actually adding here, which is awesome. And then you know, ask Grok to analyze it for you. Why not? You know what I mean? Use what you can. Grok's really good AI. You know what I mean? So just go in here and say, hey, I am running a tech tips video. What do you suggest for the name and the ad itself? All right, so that's gonna go ahead and spin there. And you know, if you wanna, you know, send something to your website, you can. Now I'm doing a reach campaign, like I said before. If you want to, if you need the X Pixel, like if you're doing anything other than reach, typically you need like the X Pixel installed, just because it's gonna help you out. It's gonna track where people go. If people go to your website, if they visit it, if they're purchasing something, a sales. I like the sales because as far as I know, like if you're doing drop shipping or something like that, you could link it to your website, you could track the sale, and then I think it only charges you if you have a sale, I'm pretty sure. So it's like that's like a no-brainer. Why not set this up and things like that? Yeah. You gotta make sure you set it up properly. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And so as far as I understood it. And then now, so it's asking me for like the, you know, what the ad should be. So let's just go ahead and copy that there. And now let's see what the actual ad should be. So I'm gonna say, oh, here, perfect. So like, you know, I'll do Perplexity and Claude. So we could just copy this here. Now you do have to be careful. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know. I just you gotta stay away from emojis and hashtags. I remember that. That's something you definitely I wanna bring awareness to, so you guys know. Just so you know, we're going away from that. I think links too. I'm not 100% sure, so you do have to be careful with that. I'm gonna go in there and just say I'm gonna do it without. See, I'm gonna do it without this, just so you know, just in case. And then we're gonna go in here, and then you could hit next, and then pretty much you run your ad. That's pretty much it. That's Grok. That's X ads. Very simple stuff. I mean, I did it in about how much time? I got 25 minutes. That's like nothing. Google is so complicated compared to this. I should run these. As soon as I get some more money, I'm definitely gonna run it. Try to grow the business. So I'm gonna go over everything now. Look at these amazing, like beautiful, beautiful. Like, look at these images. Oh man, Grok is so impressive with this. It's just wow. Look at this, man. Oh man, this is so beautiful. Like, wow, it got so good. Like, this is nuts. All right, so I'm just gonna imagine something. Oh, it does have video too. Okay, let's say, can you make a video, funny video about? We'll be like, yo, can you make a funny video about Elon? Let's see what happens. Someday I want to meet Elon. Hopefully I can meet him someday. I feel like, I don't know, I'm like the Dominican, like autistic version of Elon. Like I have ADHD. I don't know if I'm autistic or what. But sometimes that could be the case. Weird. It's just how I am. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. So we're gonna go ahead and do a video, and I'm gonna go in there and probably do an image as well.
Right, physics demo. This model rocket shows faster than wind. Whoa! Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Right, physics demo. This model rocket shows faster than wind. Whoa! Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Right, physics demo.
Cool. You don't impress me. I used it Grok, like I said, for thousands of hours, and now I'm like going back in, and I'm like, wow, like Grok got so good. Oh, sorry about that. I got like random AI and stuff running in the background while I'm helping. But yeah, this is insane. I'm gonna do a couple of Elon.
I have everything under control. AI, tech, the future, it's all mine. Oh, what is happening? This wasn't supposed to happen. I have everything under control.
Wow.
AI, tech, the future, it's all mine. Oh, what is it?
This is so impressive. I'm just speechless right now, man. Elon did such a great job with this. Really gonna incorporate this. I'm gonna go ahead and link, if there's a referral link to Grok, check in the video description below. I'll try to link it if there is one. I'm not sure. I have to go into it, but I'm just like, these videos are so good. Let's do.
Check out this new feature. It's revolutionary. Whoa, not that feature. Oof. Check out this new feature. It's revolutionary.
Something. Always wanted to test. I saw they were quick. Cyber trucks are cool. You know what I mean? I love just these videos. It's just so funny. It's quick. I'm definitely gonna keep my Grok subscription. I'm happy I resubscribed. So I'm just definitely happy to go over Grok and everything.
Hey everyone, check out my new invention. Prepare to witness future. Wait, what? It's not working. Must be a software update. Hey everyone, check out my new invention.
It's so funny. Oh, I'm gonna do this right. I don't know if I just keep going with the. I'm just so distracted right now because this is like such good quality that comes with your subscription. It's nuts. There's a free trial as well with Grok, so I'm gonna go ahead and include the link in the description here as well. I'm gonna do one more, and I'll probably do more Grok videos as well. I spent thousands of hours in it and helping different
This
people.
prototype is a game changer. It will revolutionize everything. Oof, I meant to do that. A feature, not a bug. This prototype is a game changer.
I'm gonna just put. Okay. I just want to see like what happens if it's able to do that, just to see. So I don't know. I think I might be the Dominican Elon. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I hope someday. Like, I want to be as smart as him. Uh, let's see. Let's see what we could find out here. So, just the last video, and then I'm gonna close out the video. Oh, it's not. Hey. Cool. That was so cool. Yeah, Grok is so cool. Really, really like it. And yeah, this is Gus for Gus Digital Solutions. So thank you so much for stopping by. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and probably show you more about Grok and things like that. Like I said, I spent thousands of hours on Grok, so I'm gonna give you guys all the sauce, how to help you guys out, tech tips, things like that. And I mainly do tech tips. I'm also doing like a SparkFit app. It's like a dating app. I'm trying to grow it. It's in the beta now. People signing up right now. I'm not sure how far, if it's sold out or whatever. I don't think so yet, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm also doing like my YouTube. So if you could please like and subscribe if you like the content, comment below. What do you guys think? If you want another Grok video, let me know. That's pretty much like thousands of hours, with Grok and Google Ads, and I'm sorry, not Google Ads, and like X ads, and just different information to help you guys out. Thank you.